I have a series of tech demonstrations coming up and giving you a peek into what they do. And our first speaker and first demo is Cemsit with Waytation. Come on up, Cemsit.
Thank you very much. So, good afternoon. My name is Cemsit Yelgin. I am the CEO and co-founder of Waytation. We are a company based in Vienna, Austria, already working 3 years on our solution, which is really unique because we provided and we developed a solution to understand the very first time the customer journey on events at indoors. So I think many of you know the situation and the possibilities in the online world. In the online world, you are able to analyze everything. You can analyze which website, which button, which interaction, which banner was the most attractive one. And what we provide for the conference and exhibition market is to get such kind of deep analysis and deep information about the visitor movements. So we created a solution to capture and analyze the visitor journey at conferences and exhibitions, where we have many USPs compared to other solutions. For example, compared to iBeacon or RFID, our solution works without smartphones, it works without any interaction. That means we are not disturbing the journey of the visitor. So many solutions are depending on conversions. You have to download the app, you have to turn on Wi-Fi, you have to turn on Bluetooth, and you have to use the app to get data. And our solution is fully plug and play, so we can operate worldwide. We don't need any information and any interaction, so we are able to capture the movements of visitors, of all your visitors. And the great thing is, this is only done by this small tag on the badge. So this tag is a Bluetooth tag, which we put on the lanyard of the visitor. And with this tag, we are able to capture every single movement of the visitors at the premises. So it works only indoors, in the venue, but without scanning, without interaction, and without smartphones. And for the very first time, the organizers get the possibility to understand the duration, to understand where visitors spent their time, which area was the most attractive one. Because without knowing how much time people spent, it is not really accurate to get information about was this area or was this session really interested and attractive. For example, if you have a big session room with hundreds of visitors, and if you only scan people at the entrance, you have no information about how much time they have spent there. And with our solution, you get the possibility to see how much time people really spent, how they experienced the venue, but also all of your areas. So, yes, so we have two possibilities to capture the movements of the visitors. The first one is anonymized, so we have no information about the visitor, but you have the possibility to create target groups. For example, the profession could be a category where we only have to create such groups of tags and distribute at the registration. And the second option is to capture the movements of the visitors personalized. So with a personalized link, I am able to see which areas every single visitor has attended and seen. And this is done in only 2 steps. We have these tags which we distribute at the registration, and then we provide one smartphone which connects the visitor ID of the registration with our Waytake ID. And this registration and this connection is done in 3 seconds. And after these 3 seconds, we have every single movement of the visitor personalized, which is for the organizer the very first time the possibility to analyze and to get information about the interests of the visitors. Because what we can provide is, for every single individual, really informative and really valuable KPIs. So you can analyze and see at what time every single visitor came to the event, at what time they left, how many sessions they have attended, how many sessions did they have aborted, and which topic and which product on the exhibition or company was the most attractive of them. And if you have this information over all of your visitors, then you have a really deep and valuable interest database, which you can use for marketing purposes, but also for creating new products. Because by knowing what really was interesting for the visitors, the organizer has the possibility to create new products and new marketing materials. And we capture around 1 billion data information during an event, but all the information we provide and capture are provided in our web analytics platform. So the Infinity Analytics platform is an easy to read and easy to understand platform, which is their goal is to provide really fast insights for the organizers, because we don't want to overwhelm organizers with information and with data. We have built a platform which shows really fast how organizers can change, optimize, and understand the visitor's journey and make better events in the upcoming years. And for example here, we mainly work with medical conferences around Europe, and over 5 days you have more than 600 sessions running, but you have no possibility to understand and to analyze what was going on, because you as an organizer don't have the possibility to look for each session and to count the people, and counting is not valuable. And with our solution you get really fast a view, and you can see and compare and rank which session was the most attractive one, but also which area of my event attracted more visitors. At what area the visitors spent their most time. And with this information you have the possibility to see and to improve for the next events, but also during the event. So Waytation doesn't only provide postpone analytics, we are also providing analysis overnight in the next day, so the organizer has the possibility to see and to improve specific areas. So for example here on the left we have a visualization of the visitor streams. We had here 5 exhibition halls, and here we have shown the organizer how the visitors streamed through these areas. And here we see the most used entrance was this one. Then the majority went to this hall, but only 50% of the visitors went to the second hall, and then only 10% of the visitors went to the all 3 above areas. And on the next day, the organizer has the possibility to check and see why people is not streaming to the next halls, and to make improvements, because our exhibitors are really important for us, and exhibitors always want traffic on the exhibition hall. And with that I can check where is the traffic, and also how and where I have to improve it. And this was also always my vision, to have an all-in-one solution for organizers. So what we have is, with one solution you have the possibility to get really deep event analysis, which are really accurate because we don't rely on interaction. Secondly, we have the possibility to give you a real profile and interest database of every single visitor, which you can use for further purposes. And thirdly, we are also already providing some benefits for the visitors. So for example, medical associations, we are already granting CME credits. That means for every single attendance you get your CME credit, but the CME credit is only granted if you are, for example, at least for 20 minutes in the session. And also we are providing solutions to companies. So organizers has the possibility to provide new services based on event information analytics to the companies, and to get also revenue share to decrease the costs. Yes, so we are from Vienna. We already worked with major associations like the European Association of Radiology. We also have READ exhibitions and the Deutsche Messe from Germany as customers, where we analyzed exhibition floors to see which region of the exhibition was the most attractive one. And next year we are going more and more in the conference market and more in the trade show market, and also in the UK market we are starting, and we'll be happy to see you maybe also as a customer, and thank you very much. questions? Please.
So what kind of infrastructure do you need inside the venue in order to do that?
So we have self-developed sensors which are plug and play. So these sensors are built up one day before the event, and we dismantle them on the last day. The great thing is we don't need power supply, so they are driven and working with power banks. And at our last conference with 25,000 delegates, the installation took around 5 hours, and that's it.
And how accurate is it? Is it more like, is it proximity or is it like real localization?
So we have three types of we have three types of analytics which we drive over the data. The first one is analyzing the path. So we are checking the path infrastructure and see where the visitor streamed. And this is done firstly with proximity and also checking at what time you arrived at what point. So, and with combination of these two possibilities of tracking, we are also testing some algorithms of triangulation, but majority is proximity analysis and also checking the path. For example, if you have one exhibition hall with 3 doors, we only need 3 sensors to capture the streams into and out to the exhibition hall.
Any other questions? All right, excellent. One question here. Brilliant, thank you.
What's the largest event that you've run so far?
The largest event was the European Conference of Radiology with 27 conference rooms, 6 exhibition halls, and spread over 3 buildings. I don't know the exact square meters, but it was really huge. Yes. Sorry?
How many attendees?
25,000.
How much does it cost?
We charge for per tag usage fee, but the great thing is if you get the tags back, you get also your payment back. And at the last conference in Germany, we had 85%, and our maximum was 92% return tax.
Okay, but how much does that cost then per tag?
The usage fee is between €1.50 and €2, depending how many. And then we charge you on the analyzers. So you don't have to pay for the sensors. You pay for the complexity of the analytics you want. So you can really have really easy analyzers, general analyzers, and we can also go really deep and show you really deep information. And this is depending on the pricing. And that's
Okay,
it.
thanks.
Question back here?
Is there a minimum size of event?
Sorry,
Is there a minimum size of event?
So our experience in the last 3 years showed that events from 250 delegates is the minimum, but it is depending also on the organizer, because if the organizer wants to analyze and see and to improve based on event movement analysis, then also event with 100 participants is possible. So our smallest event was with 200 delegates, and there were four rooms, 1 small exhibition, and already there we provided them really helpful insights.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everybody give a hand. Big Cemsit. All right, just a few minutes, we'll have another tech demo coming up, so we'll take a breather and be back in shortly.